Vespasian, Titus, and Domitian. But the main guy was Titus. He was the one that really took Israel down. His father started it, and his father had somewhat of a pact with Israel. But when his son came in, his thing was to destroy all of Israel, man. That's why after he conquered Israel, it was Titus that did that. They built a arch for him, and they called it, and it's standing to this very day in Italy. It's standing to this very day, I believe, in Rome, in Italy. It's called the Arch of Titus. Matter of fact, put that in, bring that up. The Arch of Titus, or the Ark of Titus.
It has pictures of the Romans.
And it has pictures. It has pictures of the Israelites being conquered, and it shows the Romans taking the ram's horn, the menorah, all the stuff from the temple. So they totally disrespected us. So that now they're gonna have to. Now it's pay time.
Yeah, and then all the treasures they took out of the temple, that's what they used to build that big ass Colosseum, because it was Vespasian that started it, building the Colosseum. But all the money that they took away from Jerusalem, they had it in the storehouse of the Romans, and that's what they were mainly using to build up that big ass Colosseum.
Yeah, because you need finances, you know. You got it, Doc?
Yeah, this is from a webpage entitled Ark of Titus. It says Jewish revolt. In AD 66, Jewish zealots started a revolt against the Roman occupation of Judea. Vespasian was sent from Rome to crush the revolt. After Vespasian became emperor, his son Titus took over. Titus captured Jerusalem in AD 70 with 4 legions, and the revolt was completely crushed after the fall of the Masada fortress in AD 72. And basically that's a little history on how Titus took over, and you'll see the Ark of Titus that was built to commemorate Titus's victory over our people. That was us, you know. Then you'll see another picture. It says triumphal procession. You'll see the picture of the Romans when they conquered us, how they went into the temples and they took the goodly things like the menorah, and basically, made a procession of their victory over us, you know.
All right, let's go back.
Luke 21 and 24, and they shall fall by the edge of the sword and shall be led away captive.
You jump. Let's go back.
Sorry. Yeah, my bad. This is back in verse 20. And when you shall see Jerusalem compassed with armies, then know that the desolation.
That was history. So for the ones of these idiots out here that say the Bible is a book of fairy tale, that's history right there. And actually, that's prophecy. Because the Lord said this about 40 some odd years before it happened. So the Lord prophesied. Go ahead.
It says, then know that the desolation thereof is nigh. Then let them which are in Judea flee to the mountains, and let them which are in the midst of it depart out, and let not them that are in the countries enter thereinto.
Yeah, he's talking about the Romans coming in there slaughtering the Israelites. So he told them that the Romans were going to slaughter you. So some of you going to have to flee up into the mountains. Some of you going to have to flee out of the land. The ones of you that are outside of Israel, because you had Israel that was scattered around the world in the different parts of Rome. When they had the day of Pentecost, which was the Feast of Weeks, what did it tell you in Acts the 2nd chapter? You had Jews, devout men out of every nation under heaven. So you had Israelites that came to Jerusalem because it was required by law, Deuteronomy chapter 16, verse 16, that 3 times in a year your Israelite men shall come to the place where they chose, which was Jerusalem at that time, all right, and come not empty-handed. That was during the time of the Passover, during the time of the Feast of Weeks, and during the time of the Feast of Tabernacles, all right? So that's why the Lord said that. So the ones of you that's thinking of coming in, don't come in. Don't come into Jerusalem because you're going to get slaughtered. Go ahead.
It says, for these be the days of vengeance, that all things which are written may be fulfilled. But woe unto them.
Is there a precept right there where it says vengeance?
It says, for these be the day of vengeance, where it says all things be fulfilled is Daniel 9, 26 and 27, and Zechariah 11 and 1.
Let's go to those two scriptures.
Okay.
What should have been in there was Ezekiel, was that 25 verse 12? Go ahead.
This is the book of Daniel, chapter 9, verse 26. It says, and after 62 weeks shall Messiah be cut off, but not for himself.
That's talking about the Lord himself. Go ahead.
It says,
but not for himself. He's going to be cut off for the children of Israel, for the elect. Go ahead.
It says, and the people of the prince that shall come shall destroy the city and the sanctuary.
That's talking about the Romans. Go ahead.
And the end thereof shall be with a flood.
And the end thereof shall be with a flood. Revelation 12, Job 30. Go ahead.
And unto the end of the war, desolations are determined. And unto the end of the war, desolations are determined. And he shall confirm the covenant with many for 1 week. And in the midst of the week, he shall cause the sacrifice and the oblation to cease. And for the
because what you got to understand is, during the time of the Caesars, prior to Titus, the Roman Empire, we were tributary to the Roman Empire. We can keep our laws, statutes, and commandments. We can wear our garments. We can keep our high holy days. They didn't harm the temple. We can do what we did before they came in, as long as you paid tax or tribute to them. So there was a time during the reign of Vespasian, mainly Titus, where they said, man, we're going to destroy these devils, referring to us. All right? Now, the main reason why that happened, and the elder read part of the history, was you had a revolt. You had many revolts. You had revolts among the Egyptians. You had revolts among the Picts. You had revolts among the Germanic tribes, which that went on up until the late part of up to 180, 185 A.D. Everybody wanted a piece of the Roman Empire. So was Israel any different? So you had Israelites, you had zealots that gathered groups together of 400 men, 500 men, 1,000 men that had movements, so to speak, to try to take down the Roman Empire. So this time Titus said, we're gonna get these people. We're gonna get that revolt, and we're gonna just slaughter all. We're gonna kill all those Israelites. And we're going to go in the temples, and we're going to take what they have.
Yeah, on that same webpage, to back up Elder Tahar, there's an inscription on the Ark of Titus, and the inscription is written in Latin, but it says this is the meaning of it. It says, the Roman Senate and people to defy Titus, Vespasian, Augustus, son of defied Vespasian, were originally in bronze. So that backs up what Elder Tahar said. That was the sentiment. Let's defy Rome, let's defy Titus. And that's why they put that inscription on the Ark of Titus.